So hello YouTube and welcome back to a build video.
Build video?
A build video. We're building Grizelda a beach house. Or maybe maybe we're building Perry a beach house. We're building the family a beach house.
In his twilight years, he needs to have
a place to fish.
Okay,
so spoiler alert. No, we took Perry to Maui, not Florida.
That is those are different.
Totally different vibes. I mean, they both like lanais, which I guess I didn't actually give them a good lanai.
Well,
but I gave them a deck. I mean, look at that deck.
I do love the deck. You're gonna see it, you're gonna love it. It's a sick deck.
I mean, they've got a wraparound downstairs deck, they've got upstairs decks, they've got decks for days. So yeah, this is sort of the house I wish I could have in real life.
Yes, 1000%. I really wish I could just be in the ocean right now.
Yeah, even though, to be fair, modern style houses are not my favorite.
No.
But it just feels like it is Grizelda's vibe.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes. Also, spoiler alert, I did already record the next Grizelda video for next week. We have played in this house and everything works.
Everything works.
I think that's like the biggest takeaway from this is everything actually worked.
It's important when you have guys
your little guys in there.
Yeah, well, sometimes I just build for aesthetics.
Yeah.
And I don't really care if you can play in it.
But then sometimes you leave the sim that you kidnapped to look at it in it.
And they suffocate to death because there's no ventilation.
Well,
I mean, the sim that I kidnapped to test out the garden build, he was in a garden. There's lots of ventilation there.
That's true. Lucky for him, it was a fairly tame environment.
Oh my gosh. So speaking of ventilation, I don't know if the rest of you are dealing with this current heat wave we're dealing with,
but everyone's dealing with the heat wave.
Oh,
how close you are out there.
I know if you've been watching my channel for any amount of time, I usually complain about the cold because that is the dominant season where I live, but right now we're having the opposite, which is the hot.
I'm loving it.
Da 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 da.
Not sponsored. Really? Not sponsored.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I just happened to look over at the screen because we are kind of looking at the build as we're doing this voiceover, but we're also kind of not.
Look at that.
I had so much, not really trouble, but sometimes when I'm building, I don't think ahead, and so I had to go back and put the pointy part of each one of those tiny little roofs back down.
Oh no.
It was more than I would have had to deal with if I had just put the first one down and then copied that one.
Yeah, fair.
Sometimes I wonder about me, and sometimes I'm very pleased with how things turn out.
That's fair.
So Lay can attest, he was here for the initial first half of this build video because I ended up separating this into 2 days of building. Because once we got to the inside of the house, I was chugging right along until it came to how people were going to get upstairs. And I probably messed with the stairways for a good 30 minutes before I decided it was bedtime.
Oh, man.
I did, and I really like this. I wish we had this on our actual house. I did green roofs, so like a grass-covered roof on part of it, and anything that's not a grass-covered roof is solar panels.
Yeah, that's sick.
I really like the idea of solar panels. I also really, even though gray is not my favorite color, I like the way the gray turned out on this house.
I think especially when you were done with it, it comes together really well.
Yeah, again, I'm not usually one for the whole modern style build, but I like the way it turned out.
Grizelda's a modern girl.
She is a modern girl. I think she's finally coming into her own a little bit. You will see in the next Grizelda episode that I think things are mostly coming together for her. She still has a little bit of a crush on Takama. That worries me
That's scary.
a little bit. I'm also not sure if she and Perry are ever going to bother getting married.
Hard to say. He might die.
You guys are just giving him all sorts of grief. He
Sorry,
is
Perry.
11 or 12 days away from becoming an elder, and then he has some time after that. It's not going to help him any in his longevity aspirations, the fact that he hates fitness. I discovered that once I moved them in, and he was out swimming around, and that's considered fitness, and he let me know unequivocally that he hates fitness.
But he likes fishing.
But he likes fishing. And he likes Grizelda, who is very much into fitness. Opposites attract. I also had about 30 minutes of fussing over what style of fence to surround the deck with. I really liked that waffle style fence, but it was just too tall. You don't want anything to interrupt the view.
That's true.
So I finally settled on this black and white waffle weave? I don't know what it's called. Black and white fence. I think it looks pretty good.
Yeah.
I thought about doing wood, but that would have clashed terribly with the whole modern style that I was going for.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been ideal.
Yeah,
I
not.
think it would have turned out really good.
I'm very satisfied with it. I went through a lot with the windows upstairs too. I think I changed them at least 3 or 4 times.
The mood.
Well, there's a lot of assets for them too.
Yeah,
And also, the house looks like it's looking at you, so you gotta make it have a pretty face.
you definitely do. I also noticed, and this is probably going to be something that I fix later because it's going to bother me, I didn't line the columns up.
Uh-oh.
The one on the left is 1 square off, and it's probably going to bother me until I go back in and actually fix it.
Great googly. Oh no! It's
No!
And you did it before the 8-minute mark, so now we're going to have to put a beep in. It's terrible. Or something. I don't know. It is
Probably
something.
fine.
It
But
might
we'll
be
leave it.
fine. We'll bleep it anyway.
Anyway,
This is
so
a
that's-
family-friendly channel.
I don't like that term.
No.
Oh, okay. This is just a friendly channel. Well, I mean, I'm not unfriendly to families.
Well, that's usually a term that's used in a way to hurt other people.
Okay, well, I would not mean it that way. Oh, we've come to the stairway part.
Oh, yippee-ki-yay.
Yeah, I had so many issues with the stairway.
How dost thou go up? Ladders for all the way.
I could have done that, but I think Perry would have really complained, and I don't think that they would have been able to get baby Damson up and down a ladder.
Just put him in the ocean. He'll figure it out.
No,
I
you
did-
just get a papoose. Like
A back carrier.
Oh, I didn't actually think of separately. I just held it. Yeah.
Just toss that kid in the back carrier
Yeah.
and climb. I mean, Grizelda could probably do it. She is in pretty darn good shape.
Just throw your baby onto the roof.
I liked the idea of a grand, like, central staircase. That's not what I ended up with because I just couldn't get it how I wanted it.
That's fair.
Yeah, I feel that. It's so finicky, but it would be so cool.
It would. Oh my gosh, okay, so totally different subject, absolutely nothing to do with Grizelda or the build. How cool is kayaking?
It's really sick.
Kayaking is really cool. I bought Perry an outrigger canoe that he can fish on.
Get it, Perry.
And it's not quite the same as kayaking, but it's got to be real similar.
But
We just
also
need to put...
He
He hates fitness, but he wants to fish, you know?
He's a
just
weirdo.
gonna... He is a weirdo. But wouldn't it be just awesome? We could put, like, little outriggers on our kayaks, and then you could fish, just like Perry. Except we're not in the ocean.
Well, yeah, that's true.
That is true. But
This
maybe...
is a miniature inland ocean.
Yeah!
Mhm.
It's only 20 or 30 feet deep rather than tens of thousands.
I don't know what that's measured by, because if it was just like how deep down water go, or is it how deep down silt go?
Well, I mean, the silt is technically still kind of water.
Yeah. Goop.
But
So-
is that where they measure?
The bottom of our lake, at least the end that we live on, it looks like it's only about 2 to 4 feet deep, but it's the end of the lake that gets everything filtered down to it. So we have a layer of silt that's probably another 2 to 3 feet deep. It's very deceptive looking. Whenever I go swimming in the lake, which I will be very honest, isn't very often, I try my best to swim on the top of the water. I mean,
Yeah.
technically everybody swims on the top of the water if they're swimming correctly, but I try really hard not to step on the bottom.
Yeah.
Not only
Not
be-
on this side of the lake.
Yeah.
Wouldn't.
Not only because stepping in the silt is just a little bit
Goopy.
icky,
And very cold.
but also because I think of all the years that I fished and lost hooks on the bottom, and
Yeah.
I know they're supposed to rust away, but I don't trust it. That would just absolutely spoil my day.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I
Not
know
a
the
good
fit.
thing.
When we get the
Oh, hey, look, we're on the kitchen now.
yes,
So, the best thing about this build, and the thing that saved me, because Grizelda had about 70,000 simoleons when we started the build, and we ended with still 35,000 simoleons, mostly because I was very smart and remembered to take all of our furniture.
Oh, there you go, there you go.
So that's why, if you're wondering why pretty much all the furniture looks familiar, we didn't have to buy too much. We did buy Perry a fish tank. Because, you know, he needs some place to put the fish that he doesn't want to eat.
Yeah.
just like an Animal Crossing.
Oh, good point. Animal Crossing is such a fun game. I played the heck. Look at me saying heck. I played the heck out of Animal Crossing. Every one except for the one for the Switch. Never played that one.
It's really good. I really like it.
It really is.
I had both of the Animal Crossings for the DS. We had the GameCube Animal Crossing. I can't remember if there was one for the N64, but
There
I
was.
think there was, and I'm pretty sure we have it upstairs still. And I don't remember if they came out with a Wii U one, or if they went straight from GameCube to the DS.
I think it was GameCube to DS.
Yeah, I think it was GameCube to handheld. It translated very well to handheld, too. But yeah, had a lot of fun with the kitchen, changed the lights I don't know how many times, but also had a lot of fun with that giant U-shaped couch.
Ooh.
She kept her little crappy TV, though. I mean, who needs a big TV? They've got the best entertainment ever, though. They've got the ocean.
We
That's
got
true.
the whole ocean.
I also thought about getting little baby Damson a cute little wading pool, and then I said, the boy's got the ocean to play in.
That's true. Just throw him in the sea.
Just toss him in the ocean. Everything will be fine.
Was that black toilet paper?
No, it was a black toilet, and then I was trying to put what I thought was an over-the-toilet organizer, but turned out to be a bookshelf. So it didn't go there. I really like the way the deck came out on this place. We put a whole bunch of, like, grilling stuff. I did buy them a grill. Reused her stuff from her penthouse deck outside as well. I'm still not sure I made the right choice with the fish tank I bought. I almost liked the first one I picked better. Oh well. That's the fun part about doing a voiceover and watching your build. You second guess yourself a lot.
That's true.
I think they both looked good.
And you can
Well,
always
thank
swap
you.
between them if you want.
Well, I would have to buy it. I could probably do
I
that.
don't know
Just
where
stack
Grizelda will
two.
get money.
Oh my gosh, well, see,
each other.
If you don't know, well, none of you know because the actual episode with the gameplay is going to come out next week. But Grizelda reached the top of the sporting career. She is now the MVP.
Biggest
Oh
sport.
my gosh.
She is the star player on
She's
her
the
team.
star sport person.
Star sport person. And this is how they celebrated. Perry talked her into buying a house in paradise.
I think that's fair.
I don't think he had to talk her into it very hard.
No.
And they said, goodbye, city life. Green acres, blue acres,
Blue-
ocean acres.
Ocean acres.
Ocean acres, here
By
we
Billie
come.
Eyelash.
You know, one of these days I should listen to her stuff.
I like some of them.
I might like it. There are so many contemporary artists that I haven't listened to. I tend to get stuck in my 60s to early 2000s and just kind of stayed there. Yes, I did just make the entire deck accidentally disappear. It was an
that's
accident,
fine.
I swear. I brought it back.
Sunk into the sea.
Atlantis.
I also made sure that the swim ladder that I put on here actually works.
Good.
Although I also found out that they can pretty much wade out to the edge of their deck. The Sims doesn't have tides, which I find really weird. I kind of feel like The Sims needs a little tidal thing, and Bitsy got an upgrade, her own little corner. I mounted her postcards so that she can keep up her money laundering schemes and blast off from Cape Bitsy Navarre.
Yeah.
That's exactly it. I would love a house with this many windows.
I do love a good window.
I would love big windows everywhere. I say even though we have a decent number of windows down here.
There is a decent amount of windows.
There is a decent amount of windows. You know, one of these days, just for you guys, YouTube, and for my own amusement, one of these days I should build the house that we live in The Sims.
That would be kind of cool, kind of scary too.
Yeah.
I mean,
It
I
feels
wouldn't...
very Beetlejuicy.
Mm-hmm.
It does. I did try rebuilding my childhood home from memory. I would need a lot more reference pictures because I don't think I got it right in the end. It was an interesting house.
Yeah.
I don't know that you ever went there.
No, but I've heard you talk about it.
Yeah. I also tried rebuilding your childhood home in The Sims, which is a little bit easier.
Yeah, that one was.
It was just sort of a prefab modular home,
But it was
much
a nice
easier.
prefab.
It was. It wasn't perfect, but it wasn't bad. And just for Soleil, I made sure to remember to put up the fairy lights.
Oh, nice.
Yay, fairy lights for Grizelda everywhere. We are getting close to going upstairs.
Ooh.
I've almost finished the downstairs.
Ooh.
We're upstairs now.
Let's go.
Yes.
And this is where I decided that I had to redo the windows yet again.
You know,
I think that's fair.
You know,
there are a lot of windows to choose
and you have
from.
to see how they all look.
Mhm.
I think it's kind of funny that this house is so big and still only technically 2 bedrooms.
That's whack. What?
2 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, technically. The room that baby Damson is in currently, the nursery, I'm thinking, unless Grizelda and Perry have more kids, will probably end up being a office for Grizelda. But who knows? The house is infinitely... What's the word I'm looking for? Rearrangeable?
Yeah.
Modular.
Well, it's not quite modular, but it's definitely rearrangeable if we need to.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that we're going to leave it completely up to Grizelda and Perry as to whether they have more children or not. If either of them starts doing that I want another kid want, then we'll let them. Other than that, I think baby Damson could be an only child.
It may be that way.
It may be that way.
Only time will tell.
Unless you guys leave me a comment saying that you want them to have a ton of kids.
100,000,000 spawn.
Oh no, this is not the 100 baby challenge, and I don't think Grizelda is up for that at all. I think she would rebel harder than my 100 baby challenge matriarch mystery.
Yeah, probably.
Who, that series is on hiatus for a while. Because
An indefinite period.
I'm not saying that it's over. I'm just saying it is on hiatus because Mystery and I are butting heads really hard.
We don't get along.
We don't get along at all. I really like the way the upstairs came out, too.
Yeah.
The rooms aren't huge, but they don't need to be. At least I don't think they need to be.
No, I don't believe so.
I was watching a YouTube video this morning that I think you would really enjoy. It was all about a failed bathroom renovation thread.
Oh, dear.
Oh no.
It was by the YouTube channel Strange Aeons. And they were reading the thread of this bathroom renovation.
Oh boy.
And it was very funny, and it kind of made me feel like The Sims in real life. It was DIY gone wrong. Very funny video. I would link it, but I probably won't because I'll probably forget.
We've already forgotten this conversation.
mood.
This
I know
happened.
I forget almost everything I ever do.
Forget everything you know.
So, here's something I forgot, and I didn't discover until I went back to do the gameplay footage for after this. I forgot to put a floor in the kitchen
Oh dear.
during this build. So, anyone that's getting in the comments or saying, hey, you forgot to put a floor in the kitchen,
Yeah, if you're jumping
I
in
did
the
remember
comments,
Hey, if you're jumping in the comments, I appreciate you.
It's true.
Even if you're jumping in the comments to yell that you hate my gray house, I still, well, maybe I don't appreciate. I appreciate the engagement.
Unfortunately for you, your forces will be turned to good no matter what.
That's true. You know, I do appreciate any and all comments. I say that all the time. It's very true. Comments are good.
Comments are good. Get in the comments.
So are thumbs up.
That's true.
I mean, according to the YouTube algorithm, thumbs down are exactly the same as thumbs up, but thumbs down make me feel bad.
That's fair.
So don't do that. Thumbs up make me feel good.
Mm.
It's that little dopamine hit that everybody always talks about being a good thing.
I don't.
You don't think we should get dopamine rushes from YouTube?
Mm-mm.
I mean, it happens, though. Oh, hey, we're almost done. I think all we have left now is the nursery, which I spent a very long time trying to pick exactly the right wallpaper.
No, I like the one that you ended up with.
Yeah, I like the purple. Purple is such an odd color to build with in The Sims. A lot of the things end up looking way more pink than purple, and that
Really
upsets me. Not that I don't like pink. I love pink. But when you're looking for an actual purple, it's not the vibe you're going for. But yeah, I spent a little bit of time just making sure to clean out the household inventory and reuse everything. Even the bamboo. Had to buy a couple more just to make it look balanced. You gotta have a little bamboo. And then I moved on, and I think the area I spent the most money in, other than, of course, building the structure itself, was when I ended up landscaping the front. Because it just looked so bare. And who wants bare? Oh, and also finding good lights to put around the place, so everyone wasn't stumbling around in the dark.
True.
Also, you can't see it, YouTube, but Aaron, my amazing editor, is falling asleep.
I'm fighting for my life.
Fighting for his
I also
life
took a
with the
Benadryl,
sleepies.
And I'm like, nah.
Some people say maybe I shouldn't be doing all of my recording at midnight,
Mayhaps.
but, you know, that usually is when I can fit it in and feel the most creative. Or something.
I do feel quite creative right now.
You feel like creating eyes closed, snoring?
No, I'm feeling a fool. I'm fine.
It's a good thing that we are almost done with this. I think we've got about 3 or 4 more minutes on the recording, and I really appreciate you guys listening to us babble.
Yeah, even if most of the noises I'm making sound like the Mummy, but like
The
from
Mummy
Scooby-Doo.
Returns. Did Scooby-Doo have... Yeah, I guess Scooby-Doo did meet everybody. That was a weird show.
It really was. Scooby-Doo just...
I like a lot of the Scooby-Doo like crossovers of movies. The movies are really good.
The live-action ones?
The live-action ones are a different animal.
I've never seen the
entirely.
live-action ones. Oh, hey, we're decorating the nursery now.
Oh, nice.
I'll never forgive them for what they did to Scrappy, and also the fact
Yeah.
that they purportedly gave me nightmares.
Why?
I think that it's something about the CG.
Oh, that's fair.
And
CGI
also
can be
because,
horrifying.
Technically, the live-action Scooby-Doo movies are horror comedy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that makes sense. Scooby and them actually did do a lot of stuff with horror monsters. I realized as I was decorating this that maybe somebody would want someplace to sit with the baby.
Mayhaps.
And then I also decided that Grizelda needed someplace not only to do yoga, but to just sit out and watch the sunrise right off of her bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder which way the sun rises in this build. I have no idea.
Does it have a compass?
Not really. I don't even know which way is technically the front of this build. It's kind of like the house that we live in now. I'm never sure which direction to call the front
I
of
have
the
no
house.
idea.
Because part of the house faces the lake and the other side faces the road. So do you call the road side the front or do you call the lake side the front?
I don't know. This feels like the front of the house.
It does. It
Yeah.
feels... The lakeside feels like the front of the house, but is that technically the front? Also, I'm landscaping now.
Yes.
If you missed it, we built a garden in my last live that was really kind of cool.
Yeah, it was overgrown.
It
there
was
was
ruins in the valley.
Uprising
Yeah,
we destroyed a cult.
Yeah, that was what we decided. We decided it was the Great Cupcake Cult. And there was a
telekinetic snail.
Yeah, there was a telekinetic snail. There was rabbits and foxes. I don't know. I like my builds to tell a story, and sometimes I just have to tell the story while I'm building it.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's called what? Environmental storytelling.
Yes.
Yeah.
And sometimes I just tell a crazy story. And this crazy story is all about Grizelda and her life. Or the life she's going to live here.
I'm just so jealous of Grizelda.
I'm kind of jealous too, even though we've put her through a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I mean, like, our trauma's really that bad.
Not if you end up in a beach house.
That's true. That would heal my traumas, that's for true.
Well, I mean, you're in a lake house.
Yeah, it's slightly different.
A woods house?
A cabin in the woods.
Oh no, we're in a cabin in the woods, guys.
Here.
Cue the spooky music now.
I can't think of a singular noise.
Da-na-na-na. Oh, and you know what? That's it. It's over.
Oh, wow.
Thanks for watching. Hit the thumbs up, and we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.